Hi, good afternoon. My name is Daniel Anthony, and today I'll be talking on the topic that traffic offenders are killers. So I bet you agree that traffic offenders are killers, because if there were no traffic offenders on the road, there won't be any traffic offenses, there won't be any infractions, and there won't be any people who are being a threat to others' lives. First of all, I would like to talk about the speed limit on the roads. Speed limits are often ignored because why? In Malaysia, some people have this mindset that there is that 5% allowance, and they tend to push that 5% to its very limit. Because of that, we have seen people who use the fast lane for extra fast purposes, and the slow lane are for people with P stickers like me. Second thing I'll talk about is, of course, the signaling in a car. Now, if you listen to Hits.fm, they have that advertisement that asks you to take a deep breath and ask you, spare that little moment. Why not? Flick on your signal, tell people where are you going. Unfortunately, people tend to complain about signals also. People don't bother about signals. Even my mom complains when I drive that I'm obsessed with the signal. But, ladies and gentlemen, dear listener, you are also someone who uses the road. You wouldn't like it if somebody suddenly comes in and starts infringing your territory on the road, on your lane, and then you'll be going and all the curse words will come out of your mouth suddenly. And of course, you know that the other person cannot hear it. So therefore, why not, think about the signal. Because what happened is that I had an experience on the road when someone didn't apply the signal and wanted to cut my lane. I stepped on the accelerator. I didn't know he was coming. I nearly trashed his car, and if he banged me, I would be dead. And therefore, it's true. Traffic offenders can be killers. Yes, they are. They are killers. Why not? About the other case, about a 15-year-old kid who got shot. He's not supposed to drive. He's not supposed to drive. He's supposed to be at home. He's supposed to be at home, and especially at such an early time in the morning. He's a traffic offender, and he's a hardcore traffic offender. If he were not to crash into that tree, we would have crashed head-on into another vehicle somewhere on the other side of the road, or God knows where. He could have easily gotten killed. Someone like that at that age, it's not wise. It's also a traffic offense, and therefore he can be a killer of not only other people on the road, but a killer of himself. He can kill himself. People who kill themselves, they're also killers. Then not only other people's lives are at risk. When your life is at risk, you also can be considered a killer if you're dead in the end. So therefore, even people who drive drunk. Driving drunk is another thing in Malaysia. Now, we may not have many breathalyzer checks and a lot of police at the side of the road checking on whether your alcohol level is high. Some people actually just get by it. I have friends who actually driven drunk without getting a police summon. And why is that so? Sometimes people aren't really cautious about it. And when you drive drunk, I have never been drunk before, but I've seen people when they're drunk, they can't even speak straight, and they want to talk about driving straight. That is not going to happen. You can't even speak straight. You start driving in God knows what loops, and start weaving in and there, in and out, here and there. You'll find yourself somewhere which is not definitely on the road. Another topic I'd like to talk about is, of course, car maintenance. Now, traffic offenders don't necessarily need to be on the road to offend a law. People offend laws without road tax. People drive, maybe not without road tax. People who don't inflate their tires properly, people who don't check their steering, check their alignment, send their car for servicing once in a while. Their cars aren't in good condition. They probably have their tires at probably a 2-degree angle when the steering wheel is straight, and they probably don't even know about it. So that is really a very big danger. When you keep your steering wheel straight in the car, but you notice your car is moving off to a side, you feel bad, and you're not like driving a vehicle, you're driving something that's probably possessed, and you don't even know where it's going. You're not in control of it. As long as you're not in control of it, you're not driving, and therefore you are a traffic offender when you're doing that. And of course, if you are to hit something, or hit someone in this case, you are definitely a traffic killer. Therefore, I do strongly support that. Traffic offenders are killers. Yes, they are. Thank you.